What's up, JDQ? Just coming on here real quick to order this truck. I need some pressure put on me, or I'm gonna end up not getting around to it. So I figured I'd do it live to get some of that pressure on me, and to show people how easy it is. Now I'm not all fancy. I don't know how to share my screen and do all that kind of stuff, so won't be able to do that. But we can walk through some of these options and stuff like that. Let's see, go for it. I'm not sure if we're gonna get it fully loaded out. We'll see in a second. What's up, Christopher? Wait about 30 more seconds before I do it, just so you guys can see how easy this is if you're with Prime and haven't ordered a truck yet. What's up, Daniel? Man, I've just been lazy the whole time I've been here for the most part. Shoot, it was rough getting over that last outing, trust me. All right, well, let's see if I'm gonna be hanging around tonight. I'm trying to possibly leave out of here tomorrow, so I'm probably gonna be cutting my hair, doing the rest of my stuff. All right, so anyway, I'm gonna get ordering this. So the first thing they're gonna ask for is my name. So we're just gonna go ahead and rock that in right quick. Phone number. What's up, everybody? I'm gonna be off this screen for a little bit trying to enter my information in. Email address. All right, driver code. And current truck number 271027. Date to pick up. I'm thinking like, let me see if I put like November. You know, if I can get it in October, that'd even be better. Let me see. Let's see if October 29th will work. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so next I'm going to choose the truck. We all know what that truck is going to be. Pete Gang in the house. Reefer. It asks if I'm going reefer flatbed tanker. We're going to do the ultra loft on it. And do I plan on doing a lease purchase? Yes. Well, I haven't ordered the truck yet. We're knocking that out right now. Do I want to pick out my own graphics? Yes. Okay, I've agreed to all that. Next options. Here's where I'm gonna need some help. Well, I have an error already. Would I like an automatic or manual? Automatic. All right, so colors. So let me turn this screen around, see if I can get it so you guys see these color options. No, I don't think I could turn this screen around. Anyway, got all these colors. My only question, black for the color, man. Have you been out in like the desert with that black ass truck out there? No, that's not the color that's gonna happen. I'm thinking, what's up, Rye? Let's get some what's ups. Have you been out in the desert in that hot black ass truck? So you know what, to keep things consistent, lime green, that might be a little bit too bright for me. You know what, I'm gonna stick with the same color scheme as I have on this one I have now. So we're just gonna go with that sunburst orange pearl effect. Yeah, that's where we're gonna go. Same color as the last one. Now, do I want an 1800 watt inverter? I don't really do all that burnt orange or burgundy. That burnt orange is the orange that I have is about the most burnt orange you're gonna be. When I ordered my last one, I thought it was gonna be more like I have a Dodge Ram truck. I thought it was gonna be that color, but it's a little bit lighter than that. So anyway, it's going to be the same color as the one I have now. Do I want an 1800 watt inverter? You know what? I don't really do all that much on my truck to really need that converter. The next option, air ride steer axle. That's $1,300. And the inverter is $1,300. So why am I going to add an extra $1,300 for something I'm not going to need? Air ride steer axle, $1,300. I mean, the Peterbilt is already smooth as silk anyway, so we're going to save $1,300 right there. You could go with the bright trim package, which I think is overkill with the chrome visor, chrome mirrors, and all that stuff, and chrome bumper. We're not going to do any of that either. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do the well. See, the air ride suspension, $1,300. I mean, we could take a look at it once I add a few more things. The disc brakes. Now I'm gonna add them for now. I might take them away later, but that's $1,300 right there. Man, air ride suspension for $1,300. I'm just not sure I could justify it, but we'll see. So I got the disc brakes. I'm gonna actually add those now. I might take them away. And I'm not going to be training. I got one more to go, and then I might do one sporadically here or there. But let's go with the disc brakes on it. That's $1,300. I may take that away. Driver armrest. All right, so we'll go with the driver armrest. That's $31. Now, comfort package comes with, I'm going to try to get the seat I have now. Leather heated seat, or excuse me, leather seat, heated and ventilated. So it kind of stays a little cool. See, the drum brakes. So I'm a Jake breaker, yo. I barely even touch my regular brakes. So that's why I'm saying I have them ordered for now. I'm just not sure if I'm going to go back with them. But we are going to get the we are going to get this upgraded leather seat. Now, see, it's asking me about a heated seat again. I'm going to click on it. But I'm not sure if that's all part of the previous package. So when they call me, I'll go over that with them. So we're already up at $2,700 right there. And I added something else to the seat. So we're at $3,000 extra right here. All right, so the next thing is the Epic Max. Now I don't know if anybody has that or not. Let me get back to this. So that comes with the says rear axle aero fairings. The closeout, so I guess it closes out that gap between the cab and the. I'm looking at the Peterbilt 579. So it closes that gap on the truck. Has a little thing around the front tires to have less air going through there. But that's $1,700 right there. Rubber skirts. You know, I don't even know what this package is. I was talking to somebody. They said get it. So I'll click on that for now. But that's $1,700, almost $1,800 added right there. Fuel tank heaters. Now that's $854. Now to me that sounds like it's a smart thing to get, but $1,000. And do I still need to run anti-gel with that? If I still have to run anti-gel with it, what's the purpose in getting it? And even if it heats my tanks, if there's fuel in the lines, it's still not going to heat that up. I don't think so. So it's a $1,700 lip kit. Now this is more than what you have on yours, Travis. Yours has a little thing that closes the gap, but this has a few other things on it. So I've never seen a truck with this on it. So we'll see. All right, we're not going to go with no heated tanks. I don't think that's a good value right there. Keyless entry definitely for $103, and we got the LED headlights for $739. When I got my HID on my last ones, those were only a $300 ad, and those were the best lights. I can't see these LED lights being as good as the last one. All of our fleet trucks have tank heaters that saved our butts. $854 though, and I'm pretty liberal with that anti-gel. I just don't know. And I try not to go west to Cheyenne in the winter anyway, so I'm usually not out there trying to mess with it all that much. I'm already at $5,500 on this thing. Next option would be the lights that go along the side of the truck. $1,600. There's no way I'm doing that. And the next one is passenger comfort seat for the passenger. We're just going with standard seats for the passenger. They get no comfort. What's up? Daddy Dutch Barbecue. So, Oakdale Trucker. Refrigerator. Now, I'm not spending $774 for the refrigerator. Last refrigerator I got was from Prime's detail shop, and I spent $80 for that thing installed. So we're going with the used refrigerator on that. Not spending that much money. The air dam curtain that goes in the back. Okay, so when you have that Peterbilt with that big side door on the side, you have a little small curtain that goes over the window. But for like winter, to seal it up a little bit more, you have a bigger leather thing that, well, I don't know if it's real leather, but it goes over that entire door and kind of covers up all the gaps. We're going to go with that for $68. Have that on my current truck. Next one will be stereo sleeper controls. We're not going to do that because I don't listen to the stereo. And stainless steel quarter fenders for $138. Definitely got to go with that. All right, so we're at $5,740 extra dollars right there. They come with the APU on it already. So I guess my only question would be, because I'm not getting both rear disc brakes, or not rear disc brakes, but disc brakes, or that air ride suspension. So I've never had a problem with the suspension on my truck. I've never had a problem braking. I probably just need to get rid of it, but we're going to go ahead and go with that one just in case. So we're going to keep the brakes on it. Let me just click on these. This is almost over with. The APU is going to be added onto it with Prime. You can pay more, like I just said earlier. I forget how much. I think it was almost $1,800 for the 1,800 watt APU. Prime installs a 1,500 watt APU, which I'm fine with. I think it's 1,500. And our APUs are Thermo King as of what I've seen lately. All right, so I got that. I'm gonna confirm my order. And it wants you to know that all payments on ordered truck extras are final and non-refundable. You know what I'm saying? So if this is a current lease for less than 1 year, all right. All right, so I'm going to pay for my extras out of eFund or ComCheck before the truck is ordered. That's what we're going to do. That's it. I'm going to type in, I would like to add a used refrigerator and side box from the detail department. Please contact me in regards to the seat option. All right, so that's simple. Boom. Submit my order. Thank you for your new Peterbilt truck order. And they're going to get with me in the next couple of days. So, what's up, One Rich? One of the big inspirations on why I got into trucking right there. So, the truck I have now, somebody else is going to be driving. We already have somebody with first right of refusal on that. And what he's going to get to enjoy in that truck is the heated seats and ventilated seats and all that stuff. As far as the Peterbilt goes, the way Prime is speccing it, because I see a lot of people that aren't in here from Prime, is Peterbilts all come with the wood grain interior, come with the leather wrapped steering wheel, and anyway, they're not the base Peterbilt that I see out there that a lot of companies are rolling with. So anyway, that's a done deal. So just telling me that if I have any questions or changes to make within 24 hours, contact Jennifer at Success Leasing and go from there. So basically same color as my last Peterbilt. We're going with the same graphics design as that last Peterbilt. And somebody will be driving the one I got now here before you know it. Well, I guess it'll be after you know it, but you get what I mean. Thanks, John. It only makes sense for me to do it. You know what I'm saying? And that lucky driver that is going to get to drive with me will probably be driving for well above what the normal rate would be for somebody driving under somebody. All right, well, it's good to see there's not so many solar-powered truckers out there trucking right now. I don't know what Travis is doing out here right now. Man, I was meaning to call you last time I was in Florida. One Rich, I was down there a little while ago. I was just going to call you and say what's up. When am I going to get to Wells Blue Bunny? Man, I have no idea where that is. Never heard of it. Hey, detention's better than driving. Everybody gets all upset when they have to sit at a shipper receiver. And, man, I just soak up that detention, man. I enjoy that detention. So anyway, I'm coming out on the 30th, so I leave the house a day before I come out just to get my mind in the mood. I've got everything pretty much packed up. I think my fleet manager has somebody ready for me to pick up to train. And this will be it, at least for sure, for this year. You know, I'll hit you back up next time I run down there. Are you still hauling trucks and stuff like that? Lamar's, Iowa. I was just down in Lamar's, Iowa, and I saw. Can you tell me what's up with them ice cream cones all over the place? I mean, there's an ice cream cone on every street corner in front of every business. I mean, I really like that place, and I like the plant out there. It's pretty organized, stuff like that. Yeah, I don't mind waiting. As a matter of fact, yeah, Everett, I did order a truck. As a matter of fact, I would hope that it wouldn't come in till after the winter, but I want to get it out of the way now. See, that's what I'm talking about, John. Got to get respect for you for having to get the sleep now to run tonight. That's what I'm talking about. You know, I haven't seen Thyron since I've been out on the road. Actually, no, I haven't. I was about to run into him. I was at a truck stop by forget what city it was in, but he was about to roll out. I think he might have been an hour to get there, and I was like, man, I got to get some sleep. But that's a pretty cool little town, that Lamar's, Iowa. Next time you see me, hopefully my hair is in order. I was trying to do a video. Somebody had asked me to do a video. If you happen to see somebody come in here called Beef Jerky, he wanted me to do a video on why I thought being a truck driver was so easy and could I elaborate on it. I was trying to do that video and I kept getting either sidetracked or interrupted. So that's going to be hopefully my next video. Not to take anything away from anybody that doesn't think it's hard. Now, back in the days, it was definitely hard. I couldn't have been a truck driver back in the even the 90s back. I'm not the Atlas kind of guy. If you see me pull out an Atlas, there's been some trouble. All right. You know what? Next time I'm out there, I will do that. I've only been out to Lamar twice. As far as the Peterbilt goes, I ordered it. Prime has it spec'd out the way they wanted, so I just ordered a few things on it, and that's kind of how that went. I can't go back on this screen. They're just gonna think I'm ordering another truck, I think. But we went with the disc brakes, upgraded headlights, leather seats or leather driver seat, heated and air cooled, stainless steel fender. Basically spec'd out the same way mine is now, except I got disc brakes on it. You know, I just don't get the resistance to the GPS. I mean, I understand where people are saying you could use it, but listen, when they first came out with cars, there was a whole bunch of people out there riding horses that were saying, "What if your car doesn't start one of these days?" At some point, you just got to let go. And I do have. It's not like I can't read a map. I'm old enough to where I used to have to go places and actually use a map. So I mean, I'm that old. But to me, I just don't see me having to. I see me opening up an Atlas every time I get a load is a waste of time. I'm 40 miles down the road by the time somebody's already gone through there and dicked around with that. And that Peterbilt GPS, it may not show you all the low bridges and all that kind of stuff. Oh, Ben, you know it had to be another Peterbilt. I couldn't do a Freightliner. Primarily because this is gonna be the truck that I'm gonna be driving. I'm not used to any brakes ever. I barely touch my brakes when I'm driving. I'm a jaker. And if I do brake, it is always in conjunction with the jake brake to some degree. I never just go regular brake unless it's something that catches me off guard or something. I don't know if somebody had said something about the ELD. I listen, I love ELD. I can't see me sitting there with a box of crayons doing like a paper log, even if you could run more miles. To me, I feel like I'm running too many miles as it is right now, let alone trying to cheat some more miles out of it. Now I have been known to trip my clock on occasion if I know that my dispatcher might be trying to send me out on a something I need to do a split on. I might trip my clock up every now and then just to make sure that I get that sleep. No, I see that is one of my caveats. Flatbed is not an easy job. As a matter of fact, that was another video somebody asked me to do flatbed versus reefer, and I was my philosophy in that video is that reefer and dry vans like a job, and flatbed is like a career with a definite career path. There's no way I would do flatbed now. If I was in my 20s and I was actually looking at scaling up to something more, then I would probably do it. But at 50 something years old, this isn't a big dick swinging contest. And me out there trying to throw tarps in minus 28-degree weather just does not sound appealing to me. You're over at RST pulling for Prime and should be getting my new murdered out Volvo. I've seen them black Cascadias you guys got over there. I haven't seen the Volvos yet. Heathens, I think I brought you up in a video a little while back talking about good trainers at Prime. But yeah, do not ever think that I think the flatbed is easy. I will be the first one to tell you there is no way. Heathens just ordered my truck. Ordered another Peterbilt coming out the day after tomorrow, and you ain't lying about that. Coming out tomorrow to the truck, leaving out on the 30th. And I think my dispatcher has me a student that's already lined up, ready to go, something like that. He mentioned that. We'll see. Cattle hauling. I just couldn't do the cattle hauling just because, man, I look at them cows and shit in there and they look all sad and everything. Don't let it be a pig. Those guys got personality. I just couldn't do it. What's up, Kiersey? You know what, Heathens? You've definitely. Let's see. You got another student about ready to test out? So that's about it. For those of you guys caught up, it's about $5,800 for extras on the truck. I think last time I did it, it was about $3,700. So the difference is about those disc brakes. Kiersey, my fleet manager kind of made me feel like he wanted me to train. I told him I'd give him one more. So that's it. Who do I recommend at Prime as a good trainer? You know what? It's kind of, unless you talk to a trainer or find them somehow before you get there, it's hard to it's hard to really ask somebody to, or even ask Prime or tell Prime you want this person to be your trainer. One of the reasons why, but I guess, you could, like Daniel, Twisted Big D, he has people that request him as a trainer. Now that could be done. There's several reasons why I wouldn't be a good trainer. And it would be hard good for somebody to just go out and pick. It's hard for me to say, okay, I'll take somebody, but then I got 4 other people that said, hey, could you train me, and then me not train them. It's just easier for my fleet manager to pick that for me. Okay, 10 to 15 murdered out Volvos that are badass. Plus mine will have double hump fenders, extra chicken lights, aftermarket. Hey, what speed is RST governed at, man? I had one of you guys pass me up that had to easily been doing 75 miles an hour on my way out here, as a matter of fact. But like I said, this is definitely going to be my last training experience because I can't train in the winter. All right, yeah, 75 miles an hour. Man, I saw a prime truck blow by me, and I was like, damn. And I didn't think about it, but then traffic slowed down, and then I saw that it was an RST truck, and I was like, okay, that makes more sense. All right, when it comes to Prime DOT physical, what is accepted for blood pressure? I don't remember what was acceptable as far as blood pressure goes. I think it was like 129 over 80. I don't know. You could go above that, but I don't really know the specifics on that. 140 over 80, that could be. Oh, back to my last statement. There's no way I'm riding with anybody in a truck in winter while I'm sleeping. Man, I don't give a fuck if it's like BJ McKay or who it is. If they've been driving 20, 30 years, I cannot give up that kind of control in bad weather. I don't know if Prime would accept you or not. I did go through because when I went through, you had to do a physical before you came out, and then you had to do a physical when you got to Prime. And I know somebody was high, and they gave him a couple days or something like that to get it down. I don't know what he did. Yeah, I know somebody was high, and they were like, "What did you eat this morning?" He's like, "I had bacon, eggs, and coffee." And they're like, "All right, well, come back down here 2 days from now. Don't eat anything for the rest of the night or from the night before." And they basically walked through some stuff that might help him get down. That pharmaceutical freight is good, man. Although I did do a pharmaceutical load that I didn't know, and it was a new client of Prime, and that was a self unload, and that was not a good pharmaceutical load. How long did it take to get CDL? It took me longer than average to get my CDL because I went through the Salt Lake City terminal, and at the time, Salt Lake City, well, still a lot of Salt Lake City runs like the training pad at Springfield, except you had like three trainers out there that were training like 25 people, maybe 30 people, and you were kind of held up by people that weren't getting it as much. So I would already know how to, let's say, do one type of a back, but then I had to wait for like a lot of other people to kind of catch up and learn it. So it almost took 3.5 weeks out there for me to get it. I could have knocked that out in probably 10 days, 7 days. Yeah, they told him to drink water too. Now that I think about it. So that is about it. If any of you guys are familiar with the YouTube channel Captain Banana, he's the first person that has right of refusal on my truck when my new truck comes in. So uh, the only reason I'm saying it that way is because we haven't really came up with the exact pay package yet. I think they told him to eat aspirin or something too. Man, Prime is a good start. Prime is a good finish. Every time I'm at Prime, the funny thing about it is I meet a lot of people that actually watch my channel. They don't really comment or anything like that, but they've been at Prime for like 14 years. There's a couple that have been there like 14 something years. There's another guy, I forget his name. He has like the Alabama truck. And those guys have been there like 20 years, stuff like that. So I'm not going to leave Prime. There's really no reason to for me. First week at Prime, welcome to the ink, as my man Million Mile Man would say. Hey, 2 months, yo. I was out for 9 weeks. The last time I was last time I was out with my last student that got kicked off his other trainer's truck. Well, I don't know if he got kicked off. They just didn't agree with each other. So that was 9 weeks, and then I did like 3 months before that. So I don't have any. I don't care what Ross's pay stubs are at Landstar or whatever. If I wanted to make more money, I would get out of trucking. You know what I mean? If it was just all about the money. Uh, I'm a lease operator doing lease purchase with Prime. And there's virtually, and when I say this, I mean it. There's virtually no pay stub that anybody could show me from another company that would have me go. This is just so set it and forget it. Just don't have to worry about nothing. And I'm a loyal motherfucker on top of it. And I never had the same issues that made me want to leave that Ross made me wanting to leave for. Me and Ross had the same fleet manager when he first started having problems. So I don't know what happened with that, but I've never had the issues that he was having. Philip, you might want to ask, is there a way you could take 5 days off at once here at Prime working as a company driver? I think there might be a way to finesse that. There might be company drivers in here that could answer that question, but I don't know. Uh, is OTR hard? I said it before. This is the easiest job I've ever had in my life, not even close. Kiersey, I heard has stopped training, but that doesn't mean she's done training. At least last I heard. You have to get it, at least in Colorado. I don't know about everywhere. You had to get your DOT physical before you got the permit. Captain Banana, there you go. I just ordered that truck. So, like we said, or like we spoke about, you got first right of refusal on that Peterbilt that I'm driving now. Did I mention to you that that Peterbilt has heated leather seats and air cooled seats? I think you might enjoy that, even though you like Freightliners for some reason. And I was planning on giving Ross a call here when the week is up just to, see how he's liking it over there, catch up, stuff like that. I know one thing you better not do over Landstar. You better not be parking on the side of the road or on no off ramp or nothing like that. They will get rid of you in a heartbeat over that one, no matter what you're bringing to them. That I know. Oh, I did mention the heated and air cooled seats. And a little more padding on there. Don't even need a little purple cushion you see people driving. Now, if I was company and I wasn't driving for somebody that was paying more than what the normal company pay would be, I would be rocking out that lightweight. That's too much money to be giving up a month. 400 and something dollars a month to drive a smaller truck. Look at that over a year for it's a lot of money. So for those you guys that just jumped in, I ordered that next Peterbilt, same exact specs as the last one I had, except this one has disc brakes on it. Same color, same everything. I don't know what that is, heathens. The long haul minimizer, whatever. 21. Man, I don't know if you were all right. For those of you guys that are in here, when me and my trainer was having a blow up, and it was the last day that I was on my first trainer's truck. If you see OMG 21, he is who I was calling and actually on the phone with as all that shit went down. I needed to talk to somebody about what to expect from Prime once that situation blew up, because that situation did blow up. And I'd met him at the Salt Lake City terminal at the time. He was a trainer at Prime, and now he is doing his own thing. Just saw that last video. 2021 Freightliner still shaking. I don't know because I don't have a Freightliner. He must be talking to somebody else. Oh, okay. You know what? I was thinking about doing a custom seat that I'd seen, but man, I just didn't want to go through all that work. I just wanted to order it and just get it. I like the seat that are in the leather seats I have in the Peterbilt right now that I have. So as long as it's that, I'm good to go. But I did like some of the dual color schemes and stuff that I saw. Glad you made it through the gauntlet, Philip. Sometimes training at Prime can be a little bit difficult to endure. And listen, I'm telling you, when me and my first trainer were having issues, I wasn't worried about what was happening with Prime. I mean, if it would have worked out with Prime, that would have been fine. If it didn't, then that was going to be fine too. But there was no way I was going to stay in that situation. And I heard from my fleet manager that that was his last student. I don't know if that was something that a decision he made on his own, or if they made that decision for him. All right, let's see. So anyway, we've been on here about 43 minutes. I just wanted to show everybody how simple it was to order that truck at Prime. And for those of you guys, because there's a lot, let me talk about this. There's a lot of misinformation about this lease purchase out there on the internet. I just heard somebody that was one of them Prime haters saying that the truck's not paid off in 3 years. You know what? It's not paid off in 3 years till you give them the $100. It's man, I wish I had that. I wish I had everything in front of me, but it's basically a 3-year purchase. The payment on the lease is about $100 less a month than what it would be on a typical lease with Prime. And like I said, a 3-year contract, you can go 4 if you want. I'm going to do the 3-year on it. Now, Heathen, is you going to do that lease purchase, or are you doing a... I don't remember if you're in a lease purchase or a regular lease right now. And then I made a comment on his video, and he called me a rookie. So then I looked through all of his videos, and he probably worked for about 12 places in the last 9 years, and not somebody I'd be trying to do or take some advice from. All right, the payments, I think I'm not going to see that right now. Payment on it, I think mine right now is like 1040 something like that. And that includes the APU. So that's really where the difference in payment is that you're not renting an APU. That APU is part of that purchase contract. Is it easy to learn to back a 53-foot trailer? You know what? It's not easy. I don't think anybody it's just easy for, but once you learn it, once you have the concept down, it took me a good 6 months to not really be thinking about backing. It was just like something that you did. Like I wasn't thinking, like pulling into a truck stop at night. I wouldn't be thinking about it 30 minutes before and be thinking like, all nervous about it. You just pull in and hit it. And like my trainer taught me, There's always a spot. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Get that lease purchase out of the way, man, because I'm still kicking myself in the ass for all the time I wasted on that regular lease. Now, the only downfall is that you feel a little bit more trapped. Like, you can take the truck from Prime. Like, I wouldn't have a problem taking it from Prime, but it does make you feel that little bit more trapped. You know what I mean? Trying to think about what else this guy was saying about this lease purchase. Oh, he said you couldn't take it from Prime. That was one thing he said that I definitely know is not true. I don't know how many people work at Prime. If somebody could answer that question, I mean, there's a lot of people that work at Prime. I don't know how many of those people are drivers and doing whatever else. And I'm glad you brought that up. Before I leave out, I got to go buy these gift cards because I'm coming through the terminal like I'm Nino Brown next time I'm there handing out gift cards to employees that are going above and beyond duty when I see them, or I have seen go above and beyond, and to pay it forward a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? Glad you brought that up about the workers at Prime. I might go do that right after I'm done cutting my hair. Yeah, I hear you're making all the dough out there at 21. I'm just trying to be like you. No, I'm just joking. I just want to chill out, man. I'm just trying to put in some work now because it's me and my wife are getting to them years where it might be trying to shut it down or scale it back. Oh, okay. He must have seen the video I'm talking about. Yeah, he said it was not a walkaway and it had a $60,000 balloon payment on it. So I tried to correct him on that, and all of a sudden I'm a rookie and I don't know anything. But he's worked for like 12 different places in 8 years, and every place he's worked at is great, and then it's not great. Yeah, you could take the truck from Success Leasing, and I think more what they're concerned about is I think if you show them enough money, like if you escrowed, like let's say $50,000 and just put it in an escrow account with them, they would. You could probably take that thing anywhere. Road trip from Houston to Phoenix. I didn't see any prime trucks. I saw mostly CFI trucks. Shoot, there ain't that much money going between Houston and Phoenix. That might be the reason why. Although I was just down in that Houston area, I was at a city or a town called shit. I don't know, a city right outside Houston. Yeah, it looks like Bobby took his lease truck somewhere else. He's been gone 3 months. Where'd you go, man? Landstar? Yeah, Prime's buyout is $1 or $100. So I don't, and I think they just set that up for tax purposes more than anything. I see a lot of Prime trucks, but I think I see more like I think I see a lot of Swift trucks out there. So how did you? What did you have to give them to take your truck from Prime, and how much time did you have left on it? What's up, Joe? Because I'm curious about that. Because people are always asking me about, or either asking me or getting in arguments with me about being able to take your truck from Prime. I wasn't sure what the steps were. Didn't really care to look them up, but I do have people trying to tell me you can't see him or you can't take it from Prime. All right. Yeah, people were making this. I mean, he was trying to say like it was impossible to take it from Prime. I mean, he was just one of those guys that just hates Prime. Now, one thing Swift has, they might have all the trucks, but they got the raggediest trailers out there. They must have the worst trailers of any, if you want to say, mega carrier out there. Because some of them trailers, boy, I'm not sure I want to pull them bad boys. 11.7 in revenue. Is that, shoot, if that's solo, is that team solo? What's up? I'm assuming that might be team, but you don't know in this market. Because my last check, shoot, 11.7 solo. That's some good money right there. And that might be why I need to hurry up and get back out. Even though I'm teaming. 11.7. It's 11.7. Shoot. Yeah, every time I see them Swift trailer and CFI, I don't know this for sure. I just talked to a couple people that work for CFI, and they're always saying if you get one of their old trailers, it's a wrap. And I just couldn't be out there like pulling all these levers and stuff to slide tandems and everything. It's just a little too much work. Yeah, Swift and Knight merged. I don't know who is actually playing daddy over there or not. I would have assumed that it would be primarily ran by Knight since they were the ones that had the best business sense between the two companies, from what I heard. Well, I know that Knight had the better business structure, low debt, all that kind of stuff. So then they merged. So I'm assuming that if I was to guess who would run the company, it'd be the person that had the better financial numbers between the two. But I guess you don't. I don't know. Yeah, that makes sense to me. The Knight would be the one doing it, which is one of the good things about working for Prime. Don't have to be worried about you know, any of that. I'm having a brain fart. Publicly traded nonsense to deal with. Bobby's with another carrier right now, but 11.7 is a solo that would be pretty strong at Prime. I think at Prime, I think the highest I've had as a solo might have been in the eights, 85, something like that. The highest I've had team training was 14.7. You know what? I don't know. I need to ask that question because I wouldn't mind getting to that point. If you have 3 or 4 trucks, can you put someone in your main truck and then go sit at the house? That's a good question. I need to, at some point, I will be asking that question. Yeah, Knight keeps asking me if I want a dedicated route from Denver to Salt Lake City. I don't want to go from Denver to Salt Lake City in general, let alone for $800 a week. Yeah, Bobby's out there making all the money. Yeah, but how long can you have? How long could you be away from your truck? That's the question. Like, could I just have 3 trucks and have 3 people driving them and me not being around at all? You know what I mean? That's the question. Or do I have to drive every so often to stay in the mix? That's the question I was going to have at some point anyway. We're just a ways from there. All right, shoot. Well, that's about it. We're coming up on an hour. Just wanted to let everybody know I was ordering this truck. I wish I knew more about how to make my screen available so you could actually see me go through the process. But that's as easy as it is. If you're with Prime and you're thinking, yeah, so I'm not sure that would work. You know what? Before I leave, that might be something I could see doing is maybe if I had two drivers for trucks and then have them drive the trucks, and then when they wanted to go on home time or something, maybe me slide in and drive for a week or whatever, and then get it back to them, and then kind of go from there to keep me. I don't know. Anyway, just wanted everybody to see how easy it was to order a truck with Prime. Listen, if you're in a regular lease with Prime and you're thinking about going lease purchase and just aren't sure which way to go, emails in the description of most of my videos, maybe not this one. Hit me up and we can go over that. Somebody did contact me that's running a team truck, and I wasn't sure. I kind of thought about it, and with where they were at, I wasn't sure if going the Ace lease was the right thing for them to do at this time, but we can at least go over that from my perspective. Anyway, yes, then they have a good idea, driver's lineup. Anyway, I'm about to let me see, how do you hire drivers in Prime that's new? Basically, you just hire somebody in Prime. I would probably be looking for somebody with about a year experience, since I would be paying a bit more than what I've seen some people pay. But basically, they just contact you, get with their fleet manager, turn in their truck, and then come to work for you. And I don't remember if I had somebody that did that, but that actually teamed with me. I don't remember him going through HR on that. How much will you be paying? I don't have it nailed down exactly, so I don't want to throw that out there yet. And I may not ever make that public, just because I know there's a few other people coming out around the same time that I don't want to feel like, I just don't want there to be a little too much confusion. Let's just say, yeah, I probably won't put that out there. You might be a little high at 65, but that might be in the ballpark somewhere. And a lot of it, since it's just going to be a transaction between me and another person, we're going to be able to be able to work it out between us a little bit more. So, so we might be able to customize it between me and that person. So what might be important to one person may not be important to another person. One person might think that higher cents per mile is better, while somebody else might think that guaranteed pay or something along those lines. So really just depends. And then once I get with that person, we're going to talk it out, make sure that everything is cool. Then we'll go from there. So it's not just like, here's what I'm doing. It's like, what is going to make sense for you? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to be one of these guys that wants to, is part of your reason for leaving, having the flexibility of taking more than 4 days off? All right, well, I'm good with that. Let's just figure out a way to customize. I don't know. It's just not going to be a cookie cutter kind of a pay structure. But like I said, as far as the driver goes, I already have somebody that has first right of refusal, so he could say, you know what, that doesn't work for me, and then I go and find somebody else. I mean, like I said, I have people that would do it. I mean, enough people to where if I was comfortable enough, I'd order 2 trucks right now, but that might be getting a little too far ahead. Percentage is fine, heathens, but the problem is the accounting on that side of it. You know what I'm saying? Because payroll has to get involved in this to some degree. And the cents per mile is the way that they base their stuff. So anything that you pay above and beyond that, from what I've been seeing or hearing, needs to get paid outside of that. So now you're 1099 in for stuff, and the accounting for it. I just want it to be super simple. I'm gonna take the new truck. So the accounting has to be super simple. I just can't be getting settlements and then you having to break all this stuff down and figure it all out. You know what? That's the good thing about Prime is you really don't have to be a business person. All you got to do is, I mean, trucking in general, unless you're, I don't know, I wouldn't be considering myself a business person. But yeah, if I was having to get settlements and break out, you know, breakout percentages and doing all this kind of stuff, I think the cents per mile is a clean way to do it. And I know how much a truck should make. So I know what cents per mile should be good for both parties. So I just think that's going to be the way to work. And then throw a guarantee kind of on there just in case, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want a driver thinking, okay, I'm getting shorted taking all these short runs. I'm not getting any money. But if there's a guarantee kind of layered under that to where, okay, I'm taking these short loads, but I got this guarantee to back me up uh, in case I'm not getting the miles. How much should a truck make? Well, if I was averaging $2,300 to $2,800 a month with some in the three and very few in the twos, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So let's just say $2,600 a week net. $1,800 a week would be on the for me. $1,800 a week would be very low every week consistently. Well, that's why I'm seeing. That's what you're saying. That's what you're thinking percent, and that's why I'm thinking guarantee layered on it. Yes, that would be net. And I did a video a while back where the last time I'm gonna talk about numbers in settlements and stuff like that, where I showed like 4 or 5 weeks of settlements and went down it and everything. Because, and don't talk about training. I know Heathens is over there. He's got to be making all the money out there training consistently. Because the last week that I was training, I made that 2003 mortgage money. I was surprised that came in that high. But I'm done with the settlements and all that stuff because if you show a settlement, you either made too much or people think you're lying or they're saying you ain't making enough money. So I'm done with that. So anyway, I've been trying to get off here. I'm gonna run out here, cut this hair down right quick, hit up a few more shopping things, and try to get my fill of libations before I head out. Try to fill up on that, so I'm good to go another while without having to get into anything like that. I know all these people that are training. See, that's the thing. The trainers that are actually training, they're actually earn. I mean, they're earning all that money. But we got some trainers out there that is just like getting the truck, and it's your turn to drive. No backing, no nothing, no teaching whatsoever. When you're getting off a trainer's truck and you don't know how to fuel, then somebody wasn't training you. I was told if you become a trainer at Prime, you will make 150,000. I would say at least a minimum of 150,000. Ask heathens. I've only done it for one student. What's up, Debbie? Yeah, if you don't mind being a trainer and you have the heart, I forgot what my man said, a trucking through life, heart of a teacher or something like that, then you can make all the money out there training. Are you in Springfield? Is that what you're saying? Uh, yeah, see the TNT, you might the PSD, you might want to change your. That's a lot of stress on a truck being out there on that pad during that doing that PSD. I never had my truck try to regen until I was out there on the pad trying to work with somebody and doing all that steering and the steering wheel getting all hot and all. Nuh-uh. I can't do the PSD. Even if I'd want to, I'd have to do it on the pad and then just leave, TNT or something. I can't put my truck through all that. All right, see y'all later, man. I'm about to. Yeah, you're out there back and forth and back and forth, and then you get that little thing that says, uh, "Let your." I forgot how it's worded now, but engine clutch overheating or something like that. Can't do it. Well, that's good. It's gonna be nice to see your truck getting fixed and everything. I'm about to get off here though, so anyway, do appreciate you guys stopping by. No Hippie Truck and Transportation. As always, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.